Welcome. You are about to enter a place you've never been before. A place where dreams are made reality. And now,
welcome to the one and the only DITC Social with your host, André Prue M.
Powered by Gatineau.tv, Angelic Empowerment International, and BlastTheRadio.com. Hello, bonsoir, and welcome to DITC Social, live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and BlastTheRadio.com. My name is Ms. Horizon, and I'm so glad to have you joining me this evening. Tonight, we'll be talking about some hot topics, but keeping them light and fluffy. Excuse me. And also taking some of your questions. So feel free to comment on whatever platform that you're on, and we'll bring you into the conversation. Ce soir, nous discutons de certains sujets, mais en les gardant légers et amusants et en répondant à certaines de vos questions. Alors, n'hésitez pas de faire part avec vos commentaires, que ce soit sur la plateforme sur laquelle que vous vous trouvez, et nous vous ferons participer à la conversation. We pay respect to all Indigenous peoples in this region, from all nations across Canada who call Ottawa home. We acknowledge the traditional knowledge keepers, both young and old, and we honor their courageous leaders, past, present, and future. Nous rendons également hommage à tous les peuples autochtones qui habitent à Ottawa, que ce soit de la région ou d'ailleurs au Canada. Nous reconnaissons les liens gardiens des savoirs traditionnels jeunes et âgés. Et nous honorons aussi leurs courageux dirigeants d'hier, d'aujourd'hui et de demain. Now, I want to preface this conversation by stating that this is a safe space and that our conversation today is based on mutual respect, openness, and understanding. Je tiens à préciser que nous sommes dans un contexte sécuritaire et que la conversation d'aujourd'hui se doit être imprégnante de respect mutuel, d'ouverture et de compréhension. Tonight on DITC Social, we have 4 amazing DJs. Okay, 3 plus me. We get your affirmation from Lillian from where I sit, and we take your questions. Ce soir, sur DITC Social, nous avons 4 DJ formidables. Ben, comme j'ai dit en anglais, il y en a 3, puis il y a moi. Puis on a une affirmation de Liliane et on prend vos questions. DITC Social is an LGBTQ2+ news and entertainment style show. And if you want to come on DITC Social and promote your business or event, send me an email at André@diversitycapital.tv. DITC Social est une émission d'information et de divertissement sur le thème des LGBTQ2+. Si vous voulez venir sur l'émission pour promouvoir votre entreprise ou votre événement, envoyez-moi un courriel à André@diversitycapital.tv. So, without further ado, and that means poop in French, please welcome, we're going to... I need to have a drink. And we're going to say hi to a couple of people here first. So let's get rid of the script. And let's make this bigger because Miss Horizon doesn't have glasses on. Chrissy. Woo, hey, girl. Thank you. Looking fabulous. I can't see you, but I know you look fabulous, too. Miss Anna, looking good, girl. Hi, Miss Julie. Sweet Angela. Hello, Miss Lillian. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Thank you. Cheers. Now, I'm going to put the boys' beverage away, and I'm going to have my little girly drink, my mojito. Una más mojito, por favor. So I went to Mexico, and I learned 2 things. Una más cerveza, and donde está mi chichi? And that's because a drag queen stole one of my boobs. All right. Now we're ready for some guests. Coming up right after this is Sly Chapel, Sandy Duperval, and DJ Thumper.
Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Theo Tams and you are watching DiversityInTheCapital.tv.
Greetings, Ottawa, Canada. This is Chad Michaels from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Hi, Ottawa and Gatineau. I'm Carol Pope, and you're watching Diversity in the Capital.
Hello, Ottawa. It's your girl, Sofonda.
Hey, it's Eva Avila.
Hi, I'm Ria May, and you're watching DiversityInTheCapital.tv.
DiversityInTheCapital.tv. Hey friends, it's Kikiko here. I'll be dishing out the tea on how to party safe during Pride. We all know Pride is time to celebrate. But hunties, if you're planning to drink or use drugs, make sure that you have a safe drive home and with your friends that you trust. We are a big community, so we need to look out for each other. Ottawa Public Health has a lot of information at ottawapublichealth.ca/partysafe. So you and your friend can kiki without any of that caca bringing you down. Happy Pride and party safe, Ottawa.
This is the second time I played that video, and I love hearing Kiki say caca. She's so funny. All right, my first guest, Sandy Duperval. She's dynamic, passionate, talented. She's born and raised in Montreal. She started singing at the age of 3. 3 ans. And by the age of 5, began performing, and it became a lifelong passion. Her influences such as Whitney Houston, Robin S., Crystal Waters, Tina Turner, and Martha Walsh, among others. 15 years of vocal training, and she was trained by the one and only Cissy Houston, mother of Whitney. While in college, majoring in jazz vocals. She had an 11-year residency at the Unity nightclub in Montreal, Quebec. Her unique stage presence has kept her schedule full with bookings in Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, and Quebec City in her native Canada. She's also performed in Florida, Morocco, Germany, Luxembourg, Switzerland, France, China, Taiwan, Thailand, and Dubai. Girl, do you ever rest? Oh my goodness. She's open for acts such as Bob St. Clair, Little John, Ultra Nate, 'Cause You're Free, and Travis Scott. Chus and Caballos, I'm butchering those, Sandy. You're gonna have to help me. Ruby Rose, I know that one because she used to be Batwoman and others. And I played one of her videos a couple of weeks ago, and oh my God, she's stunning. Among her achievements is her appointment as ambassador of the first Canada Pride in 2017 and Montreal Pride in 2016. She has toured 30 dates in the United States and performed live on television for We Day and the U.S. Open. Please welcome Sandy Duperval. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hello. How are you?
I am good. Yourself? My goodness. I only took half of your resume for that. You are one busy woman.
Oh, you know what? Life went through. It went by so fast. As you were naming these things, I'm like, oh yeah, I did that. It's been such a beautiful journey. I'm just looking forward to more and more of that.
Oh, I cannot wait to get into some of the juicy details. My second guest is Sly Chapel, who celebrated 30 years of being in the music industry in 2020. He started his career as a DJ and radio host at the age of 14 at a local radio station at an all-age club in Granby, Quebec, Canada. Spending most of his time behind the turntables or in front of a microphone, he has worked as a promotional agent for the biggest dance music stars in the early 90s, such as Los Del Mar, Hey Macarena, Fruit de la Passion, Tic Tic Tac, Whigfield, Playahitty. I'm butchering that one too. Emjay, Jacynthe, Althea Mc Queen, Crystal Waters, Robin S., Barbara Tucker, Thea Austin, Jiani, and as well as Canada's #1 DJ MC Mario, contributing to the sales of a $3.5 million dance compilation and becoming one of the most influential people of the dance music scene. Sly is the limit. Please welcome Sly Chapel.
Bonjour, hi from Montreal.
Bonsoir, welcome. Comment ça va?
Ça va très bien, merci. Et toi?
Oh, je vais super. Well, now that you're both here, we got one more to bring on, and then it's a party, right?
Let's go.
We got DJ Thumper, who is one of the personas of the Milkman, who is the owner and operator of BlastTheRadio.com, and you can hear DJ Thumper every morning on The Milky Show at 10:30 for the Bigger, Better Boogie Break. And he's a great LGBTQ2+ ally and activist and advocate, as well as being known as my illegitimate drag daughter, Dairy Queen. Please welcome the one and only DJ Thumper! Oh, he's got his flag on. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, we're just going to say hi to a couple of people here. We got Dan Maskell. How's it going, baby? Eric, merci pour les souhaits d'anniversaire. Kelly Kitten Girl's here too. Well, of course. And what's Anna saying? Virtual hug. Well, virtual hug to you too, my dear. So, how is everybody doing?
Very good. Very good.
So good.
Yeah. The end is near, right? So we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I know in Montreal, a lot is open now. You guys are all ready to go.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Every day is a bit of a, okay, so are we in orange, yellow, and green is coming soon. So I'm so excited.
So
it's all the colors. It's like a big rainbow because it's summertime now. So
yes, it's the jogging pants have gone away, and now it's the muscle shirts. So it's a great season now. Sly, let's start with one of your questions. How did you start in the music business?
That's. I have to start by music is a big passion for me. It's my reason to live. So I started at a very young age, always passionate about music. So I don't even remember how did I start, but my cousin was working for a big radio station in Sherbrooke, Magog. At that time, it was, now it's Énergie today, but back then it was Simo 106 in Magog. And I was so impressed by this medium. I wanted to be a radio host too. So he introduced me to some of the biggest radio hosts at that time. I remember Mike Gauthier is one of my good friends. He was working at that time with my cousin and a lot of people. Stéphane Rousseau was also at this radio station. Yeah. So it was like more than 30 years ago. So I have this passion since I'm a little kid. So I started as a radio host.
Yeah.
With a very, very tiny voice, like very annoying.
You didn't hit puberty yet, or?
At 12 years old, like I sounded like a little girl, but whatever.
So your balls hadn't dropped yet, that's why.
So, and after that, I became a DJ because I always wanted to. This guy there, he's really distracting me.
That's Thumper.
It's all good. It's all good. So I started to DJ because I was in love with music. So I wanted to create my own universe, and I had fun. I was too young to be in bars, like real bars with alcohol. So I started to DJ in all ages bar. Yeah. And then after that, I did festivals and other clubs. I organized my own parties, selling tickets to my friends.
You got to do, right? Ashley Gauthier was doing that here in Ottawa too, and that's how you got to do it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. So I started to be a DJ, and then the music business is so fascinating that I wanted to include myself in more than just one aspect. I love like the video clips of all the artists. I remember watching Music Plus always 24 hours a day because I was so fascinating about the creativity. So I wanted to create myself. So I was thinking of being a manager to some artists, and I got my first chance with an amazing artist by the name of Louisa Pepe. At that time, she did a very big show at the Montreal Forum. It was in 1995. Wow! It was her biggest and her first biggest show. Yeah. And I was so impressed. I said, "Okay, what's next? What are you gonna do?" She said, "Oh, I don't know." I said, "I know. I think I can do something with you." And then she said, "Well, let's work together." So that was my first artist that I manage and produce, and we've been together for 25 years now. We have 4 albums in the market and a lot of featuring with some DJs, including MC Mario and like a lot of collaborators from different countries.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wear like a lot of hats, and I enjoy myself in different parts of this business, and I keep having a lot of projects. You know,
you're a very busy man. Well, just by some of what I read of your profile, like it's crazy. You must be horrible to try and write all that in a dating site to try and find someone. But I know you follow me on social media, but you do know I'm looking for a Renee, right? I need a Renee Angelil there pretty soon. That's
that's my mentor. You know that it's my idol. Everybody has an idol. I have my idol, which is Madonna, my favorite. Like she's on top.
Artist, yeah.
But definitely. I get so inspired by this woman. I think she's a wonderful entertainer, but also very good as a businesswoman. And she did a lot of things for the gay community and for a lot of people. So I admire this woman. But as a businessman, René Angelil is at the top. Like I read everything about him. I followed him. Why not? Some people in the music industry considered me the René Angelil of dance music.
Okay.
That's my specialty.
Pretty much.
It's my specialty. I'm really like I did a bit of rock, I did a bit of pop, but mainly my specialty is dance music. I was 18 years old when I did the Macarena big song with Los Del Mar, and since then I never stopped working with dance artists.
Right? Is that what
I didn't produce the record? I didn't produce the song, but I was in charge of all the promotion and the booking for this group since the release of the Macarena. So I worked really close to the singer, with the dancers. We did so many interviews, TV shows, club bookings, festivals, a lot of...
what we really want to know is how close to the singer. No, I'm kidding.
You don't want to know those stories?
Macarenas.
That's another
show. He was a special guy. He was a special guy, but it was a lot of fun.
Excellent. Sandy, you started at a young age. What got you into music?
Oh, wow. Okay, so honestly, I used to watch Star Search.
Yep.
And back then, my mom had me when she was 15, and my dad was really young. And the goal was making it to Star Search so they could come back and get me from my grandmother's house.
Oh.
They never did, but I mean, I made a career out of this.
Wow.
And my first show officially was Passepartout.
Oh my God! I remember watching that.
Right? They came to my kindergarten, and I had this yellow dress, and I was like singing this Creole song. And my grandma she noticed that every time I felt a little sad or whatever I was going through, I'd always be singing with the comb around the house. I remember being young, and like every time it rained, I'd go outside and sing until the rain stopped, and come back inside and be like, look, I made the rain stop. And so it was always something really magical about it. Honestly, I think music gave me wings. It made me believe I could do tremendous things, but it was a healing tool for me. And it was a way of expressing how I felt. I struggled with communicating. I was a very angry kid. I had ADHD, so I couldn't really focus on anything. And right. But when I was in the zone with music, I was an angel.
Yeah, exactly. That can bother me. Yeah.
Yeah. And it became my shield. It became my armor. And I didn't want to use it as a weapon. I really just wanted to use it to heal people.
Yeah.
And then becoming a gospel singer, it gave me that. But then I struggled with the duality of being a lesbian and being Christian. And then it was like water and oil for so long.
Yeah.
And back then, as a young singer, it was hard because the music industry wasn't open to gay singers. It wasn't. Yeah, no, it was kind of like, if you're in the closet, we're good, right? So I spent a half of my career finding myself as a person and as an artist. And now, 30 years later, I can say I found my voice. I'm putting my foot in the industry, and I've done a lot of things, but I'm at the point where I'm releasing music. So yeah.
Yes, because I first met you here in Ottawa DJing for Capital Pride 2 years ago.
Right.
At the Queen Street Fair. So, and I was like, you want to be on my little TV show? And then I filmed you in the interview, and I was new with the equipment, and the interview didn't work out. I was so mad at myself at that point. We got one for Thumper too. What got you into DJing, DJ Thumper?
Does he speak?
I thought so. He doesn't speak.
He doesn't speak. Oh my God! What a phenomenon!
Somebody get him a pink Whitney. Oh goodness, he's so cute. All right, Sly, what's your greatest achievement?
I have to say my biggest achievement and a huge challenge was to produce an album for the legendary Samantha Fox.
Oh,
that is, I think, the biggest thing, because at the beginning, you know, I live for challenges, and one day I was in France, and I
knew
stumbled.
There was a France in there somewhere.
Yeah. I was in France and I stumbled on a CD of Samantha Fox she did a few years ago, and I'm like, oh, she's still alive. And I listened to the CD.
She is?
Yeah, well, she is.
She's still singing?
Of course, yeah.
Oh.
But I didn't know that at that time. It was like many years ago.
Yeah.
So, but the CD wasn't really reflecting what I had in mind when we all think about Samantha Fox. We have Touch Me in mind. We have I Want to Have Some Fun and songs like that. It wasn't the CD that I had wasn't really like that. It was Euro Dance.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is not the Samantha Fox I know. So I get in contact with her manager, who was in United Kingdom.
Yeah.
And I said, I have this CD in my hand, but it's not what I have in mind when I think about Samantha Fox. So would you be open to work with me? I have my own record label. I'm a manager, and I have some crazy ideas for a big comeback. And they said, we would love to meet you. We are interested in knowing more of what you can do. So we met in New York, and it clicked right away. She said, where's the contract? I'm like, okay. But at the beginning, everybody, I met her in New York. I showed her a plan, and I'm like, let's go. Oh my God, she looks so good. She looks really young, really like top shape. She's a funny girl. So it was one of the best memories, best meeting I ever had in the music business, and meeting a legend like her. I was like maybe 12 years old when Touch Me came out. So to meet her, it was a big thing. To sign a contract with her, it was like the world to me. So it was a big achievement and a big challenge, because how do you produce an album, a brand new album for a legend like that? I remember the media was always calling me to have Touch Me, or those big hits she had, but I said I have a new album.
So, they didn't care about the new album. They wanted the oldies. And
she's an icon. So they wanted to have the 80s stuff. But I managed to present my new stuff. We did an amazing video clips for the first single. It was called Angel with an Attitude. Anyway, this whole thing is one of the biggest projects of my life, and I'm very proud of this. It was like many years of challenges, and I'm very proud. Nobody knew me in the rest of the world. I had like other records with Canadian artists and stuff like that. I had like success with the artists that I work with, but since I signed Samantha Fox, everybody was like, "Oh, La Chapel from Canada."
Wow. Well, I have a video show on Sundays on Blaster Radio. I would love to play some Samantha Fox and some new stuff too. So.
Oh, why not? I'm very proud of this video clip that we did. It was called Angel with an Attitude. There is 2 parts.
Okay.
One is very angelique. It was shot in a church, so it's all beautiful. And then there's the dark side. There's the attitude of the angel. So we shot in the basement of the church with like a dark atmosphere. So the it was a both world,
like angels and demons kind of thing, right?
Anyway, it's exactly. I'm very proud of that, and we did a lot of tours. She did at that time. This festival was called DITCC in Montreal. The other festival before Montreal Pride.
Yeah.
So there was like, I think 35,000 people at this show. So we had so much fun. She's a legend. So I'm very proud of that.
Wow. Well, that is amazing. Sandy, you were trained by Whitney's mom. What was that like? And did you meet you know who?
I kind of did, but very briefly. Unfortunately, that was a time where she was really struggling with drugs. And my project was signed by her stylist at the time. And unfortunately, they had to put a lot of money into rehab, and the whole company fell apart. But it was a life-changing experience. I was about 14, maybe a little younger actually, and I spent a year in Hoboken in New York, and basically spending every weekend from like going to school in Montreal, going back to Hoboken, recording. She's a very, I think I've seen her smile once, and I was just like, I was like, oh my God. But you can tell this woman she's a pioneer. Yeah, in her own right. Her mother is probably one of the strongest people I've ever met, because this woman won't break. She's still here. And I think to me it was it was very inspiring. It was an experience that shaped me as an artist, because now I was seeing the back end, the backstage of what being an artist is, and success, and what can happen. So it was very eye-opening. I went back to school and I focused on my education. But at the same time, I did a song called "I Love the Lord," and she sang back vocals on that song, and I have the cassette. And that thing is like, I think I'm gonna put it on the wall and just be like, oh my God, iconic moment for me. But life changing.
Yes, and like Whitney was another, like Whitney. Okay, I love my Celine, but to me, Whitney is the all-time voice of the world. Like anytime that lady sang, like you listened.
That's what I say about her voice. I say if a heart could sing, it would be Whitney's voice. Literally. It was, you couldn't, I get so emotional at the song, and I think of her voice and I get emotional because God.
Yeah. And that's why I keep playing the $1 Million Dream, I think it is, every once in a while on Sunday. I just love that one. Like, it's just great. You can see her smiling. The Bodyguard kind of gave us a little bit of what she was going through. I think some of it was probably based on her, but that's a documentary I would have loved to see. And I'm just, it's not easy for singers, and just even watching Pink's documentary, it is very tough, but you want that spotlight, you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
So let's give you the spotlight. I'm going to play Runaway, your new single.
I love it. I featured this in my show Electrode last week. Yes. It's so good, Sandy.
Thank you so much. You know what? it took a long time, and I've had, I got really sick back in 2010. I lost 90% of my skin. I lost my lips. I had lost my nails, my hair. I've had many resets in my life, and Runaway is I know who I am. I know my worth as an artist. I know I'm not a star. I watch these documentaries and they freak me out. But at the end of the day, because I'm scared. The industry it can be a very scary place. You have to be surrounded by people like Sly, like people who are in your corner fighting for you. And Runaway is all of my people, all of my fans, all of you guys who've supported me since day one. This is me saying thank you. This is me saying I won't give up,
And my favorite part, yes, very well. And my favorite part of this song is I won't change my colors for you.
I can't.
I love it. I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here is Sandy's new song called Runaway. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Now I got to figure out what button. There we go. Here we go, folks.
Where I don't belong was never part of my plans. Been there, done that, time to move on. My head up for all that I am. I need to run away, to run away, to run away, to run away. I need to run away, to run away, to run away. I need to run away. Good vibes only. The best things in life are free. Don't you tell me what I can do. I won't change my colors for you. I won't change my colors. I won't change my colors. I won't change my colors for you. I won't change my colors. I won't change my colors. I won't change my colors for you. I need to run away, to run away, to run away, to run away. I need to run away, to run away, to run away. I need to run away. Run away. I need to run away. Where I don't belong was never part of my plans. In the end, I followed my heart. I do it all over again. I need to run away, to run away, to run away, to run away. I need to run away, to run away, to run away. I need to run away. Run away. I need to run away. Run away. I need to run away. Yeah, wanna run away. Running. Yeah, wanna run away. Run away.
Well, who is that cutie patootie? Woohoo!
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
dancing. We were all dancing. It's so good. Very, very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's amazing. So when are we seeing a video?
You know what? I'm working hard on this, but I also wrote a song that I think might overshadow this one. I just wrote a song that I feel there's been a lot of homophobic attacks during Pride Month. A lot of people are getting beat up, and I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's right. And the best way for me to express that is through a song. And I think this is probably going to be my life's work. This song is called Love is a Remedy. So
wow, that's very
100% with you with that, because let me tell you something. I have also some listeners from Israel, and last year my DJ, who's also on Blast the Radio, Phoenix Lord, did a special Pride for them in Israel. But they still kill people over there.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible.
So I'm very touched by this message, and I think it has to be spread all over the world, because in 2021, and no matter the year, we have the right to live wherever on this planet. So it's very important. I applaud you for that. 100% with you, because the world is a big place, and we all have our place here on this planet.
We do. Yeah. We have Eric Dio, who DJ Russian Noise. I can hear the remixes already. So
thank you.
He does the mixes for Drake Jensen. I don't know if you've ever heard of the country LGBTQ2+ country singer from Ottawa. Well, all the Drake Jensen mixes come from Russian Noise. So maybe hook you guys up sometime. But you got some great stuff going. So you actually shared a link the other day. You were DJing for Toronto Pride.
Yes. I've been keeping busy. I kind of pulled away from DJing because being on Twitch, as much as people may not know this, it's a lot of work. Okay. Yep. And I wanted to spend more energy making original music. So I ended up going back in the studio. Some people don't know this, but I'm a record producer. What I've done in the past years is I've made music for advertisement, I made sound effects for TV shows. I've done video games. And now I really wanted to spend the time to make my own project. And I also have a French project coming, which is completely different, but it's kind of going back to my roots. I've been working on this French project for 15 years. So this is my baby, kind of like my thank you to people who've been following me and who don't necessarily go to clubs. But I'm still, and that's why you might have noticed the song is called Sandy Duperval and Black Pearl. Black Pearl is me.
Sure if it was BLK Pearl or...
Yeah, it's Black Pearl. It's a name that was given to me when I used to live in Montpellier back in 2008, 7 and 8. And Black Pearl is going to be everything dance now. It's going to be everything in English. And Sandy Duperval is just going to be the umbrella. So everything I do, you can find on my page. But if you're not French speaking and you're looking for just the English songs, then everything on Black Pearl is going to be my English music. Yeah. So that's it was kind of a reorganizing. But yeah, I've been very fortunate. I want to use my voice to change the world. So maybe I'm a little crazy.
No, you're not.
You're not.
Not at all. Thumper,
we need people like you.
Are you still being mute?
No, I'll talk to you guys, I guess.
So this guy is full of surprise, huh?
That was fun. It's fun to put the mask on. It takes me back to the days when I was a mascot and you had to really be animated. So,
you would have to be.
Yeah. And so when you can do that behind the mixing board, when you're DJing and you just add that little bit of expression to stuff, it's kind of fun to do. So thanks for letting me talk a little bit. Hi, guys.
Thank you for being here. I always appreciate having you on. So you host Club BTR every Friday. What was your inspiration and how did you and Sly come apart or come together?
For me, let's go back let's go back before 1992. I grew up DJing in high school, dances, etc. Throughout college, I was working in clubs in Belleville and in Ottawa. And so when my on-air career at Cool FM got started in 1992, we were live from a club called Spanky's every Friday night. And I got to host that for years and years and years. So from Spanky's, it became a Friday night at RJ's Boom Boom Saloon, the Liquor Dome, Yucatan Liquor Stand. So we were all over the clubs in Ottawa. So when I moved myself to the internet, the idea of a club show on the weekends just made sense. So I started looking for shows that I could put on the air. And I could not DJ to save my life, really. I could do like a radio mix, fade one song out, start the next. But the whole beat mixing thing, anybody who has been listening to me progress as a DJ, because I've been doing it live on the air, you've been punished. You sat through some really
No. I'm having so much fun listening to you.
Well, now, sure, but I mean, girl, if you were here early on, like 6 years ago, oh God, I could not find the beats, and it really is a skill set. And I've always admired that about DJs who could do it. So yeah, we initially launched a club show here live from a swingers club. Believe it or not, they were playing music that I thought was more appropriate for the average age of our audience. I didn't care it was a swingers club; it was just great music. And yeah, we would show up and we would actually broadcast live from there. No cameras. We wouldn't put anybody on microphones or anything like that, obviously. But boy, the buzz that created. So yeah, from there, I would play my boogie break here, which again is something that started back in my radio days with one song. And here on my own show, on my own station, I got to build that out a little bit. And I would play artists like Emjay. And Emjay was just a friend of mine. I met her back in those days doing Ottawa club scenes because she's from Ottawa. And actually, one of the artists that she performed with as a backup singer was one of my groomsmen in my wedding. So I've got a really good relationship with Emjay. And she reached out and she said, I'm working with Sly Chapel now, and I've got a brand new song. Would you play it? And so that was the introduction to Sly, who has pretty much taken over the dance programming on BT. And I'm happy that he has, because he just, bringing us himself, bringing us Phoenix Lord, Crystal Waters. He's got MC Mario doing a show for us. I mean, I could not be more grateful.
We have to thank Emjay for that. Huh? Hi, Emjay.
Yes, thank you so much for bringing them together. So I'm getting a couple of messages here. So last week I had a non-binary group, Mackenzie Drive, on my show. So Dan from one of the LGBTQ2+ National Capital Region group was like, I think Mackenzie Drive and Sandy should collaborate. But I've got one step bigger that I'm going to go. You got to go big or go home. I've got the short hair on. I got the big eyebrows. Let's go big. So what if we, as artists, worked on a collaboration of different Canadian artists to try and record like a We Are the World kind of song for the end of the pandemic?
Absolutely. I mean, I already know 5 people who probably want to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know a couple here in this city, and then they can just record their things from wherever they are and send it.
I can hear it now. We Are the Rainbow.
Huh.
Oh. Yeah, Rainbow Connection, but the 2021 version.
There's a good brainstorm here.
What's that?
There's a good brainstorm here.
Yeah. If I would have smoked the joint, then we'd be really good. So that's after the show. I can't do that before the show. I'll be like,
by the way,
what's that button do?
Ms. Horizon, can we just take a step back for 1 second? Excuse me while I steal the show. How unlike me.
Yeah.
I know Andre's in there somewhere. Could you please wish André a very, very, very happy birthday? Bonne fête, André. Je t'aime beaucoup.
Thank you.
Of course, bonne fête, André, wherever you are.
Cheers. So, Horizon's
happy birthday.
24, and Andre's 44. So thank you.
Je t'aime beaucoup.
Happy birthday to you.
So Sandy, when you were talking about earlier that music is like it's how you express yourself, and that's why I used to be a karaoke singer when I was as a younger boy working in a Chinese restaurant, and we had karaoke every night. And then when I moved to Toronto, I became more of a drag queen. So now that I can't do drag and I can't do shows because Facebook would cut every song off, so I was like, what's the point of doing drag to a camera where you need the audience and the atmosphere? So that's why I went up to John and I was like, so can I have a tea dance on a Sunday? And he's like, well, why Sunday? And I'm like, who isn't on their patio from 2 to 5 on a Sunday afternoon having cocktails? You need a good DJ while that's happening. So that's how the Capital Queer Tea Dance came by. So I'm very happy, and I think
we do need a good DJ on Sundays. You're right. And if you know one who could replace André,
I know a guy named Sly Chapel that could probably find you one. I know where you live, bitch. Don't even.
I know where you live too, girlfriend. Don't.
All right, let's get another question in here. Let's go back to Sly. Since you've been working in the music industry for 3 decades, what do you think of the evolution of the music and technology?
That's something funny because, you know, I think I went through them all. Like at first there was the vinyl and, you know, the 45s.
And I'm bringing my record player with me camping this weekend. Fuck it.
Oh,
the best way to hear music.
Yeah, that was the real thing. You know, vinyls, and then the cassette came in, the CD, now the MP3, and you know, so it was a real challenge to go from one to another, to follow everything, to adjust, because it's a different marketing, it's a different approach, it's a different crowd, also different public. So you know, it goes fast. It goes really fast. I'm an old school guy, so you know, I like to have some papers and a pen to take some notes, and now we have everything digital. I can say it's a challenge. It changes so fast, but you have to keep going. And no, the beauty of it is that I don't have to send CDs by mail to the end of the world. Let's say in Australia or whatever.
Now.
Exactly, Dropbox, email, MP3. It goes faster. But before I had to book a plane ticket to go see this A&R guy in New York or in France, in another country, and then negotiate with the person. It costed a lot of restaurant, plane, hotels. Now, 30-second email, and I sign contract digitally. It's all done.
And you've got your cheap glass of wine beside you to drink it all down.
Exactly. Unfortunately, with, you know, there is it's a tough time, I find, for the artists, because it's still in evolution. Now it's the streaming era. Streaming doesn't pay that much, so and there is a lot of cost to produce music, to hire good technicians in the studio, musicians, stuff like that. There's the mastering.
You'd always want the record sales, right? In order to get your revenue back, like, you know, that $20 CD would have given you some of your costs back, right?
But I changed my mind with that, because if you're asking me, like, how do I cope with the evolution of the music industry, I changed my mind about the streaming. At the beginning, I was totally against that because there's no revenue for that. But let's say this kid who's buying a CD at $20, and he listens to this CD over and over and over, like for 20 years. Like this weekend, I played my greatest hits of Duran Duran that I have for so many years. But they don't get any money on my CD after those years.
They did the once.
If I listen on Spotify 1 million times,
then they get
money. It brings money to them or to whoever. If I listen, Sandy, to your song 1 million times,
please do.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. Actually,
everybody's homework is to listen to Sandy about 1,000 times this weekend.
Like, since it's brand new, I'm at 123 times.
Ooh!
Wow!
Oh, thank you.
It keeps going. It keeps going.
Thank you.
You know, if I buy your song on iTunes at 129, there is only a few cents that goes to you once, and I can listen to it over and over and over and over, and you're still stuck with this $1.29. And it's not all yours, because you pay a cut to iTunes, a cut to your distributor, a cut to co-writers or whatever. So that's it. It's done. But if I listen on Spotify, like I said, 1,000,000 times, you're going to make a lot more money than $1.29. So I changed my mind because of that. I think Spotify and streaming sites are a good thing for a long-term short.
But Sly, don't you think, and I'm saying this from the radio side, because every time we play a song, of course, we pay royalties to SoCan, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, because we're using the artist's music to leverage as part of what we do to generate income and go out there and do sales. But don't you think that places like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, could they not step up and be paying the artists and creators more? Because the percentages I see that go back to the artists in the grand scheme of things are really, really small. And that's any artist I know is saying, I just got my royalty check for like 9 cents. Like it seems to me not really being the work is not being valued like it was.
No.
I had a conference with some Spotify representative, and they're not going to raise the amount of money that goes back to the artist, because Spotify and other streaming sites like Deezer in France, it's the number one sites there in Europe. All those platforms, it costs a lot of money to have them rolling. Yeah, and they pay also big money to be on billboards, to promote actually the sites, the streaming platform. So there is a reason why it's that rate that goes back to the artist, and I think artists needs to focus on the numbers, increasing the numbers by being on playlists, being on like making promotion around the fact that people can go on those platforms. But I think I pray for things to change, but for many years, and in Spotify, by example, they are on deficit. They're not making money. So
I chuckled a little bit when you first started talking, because I could just imagine MC Mario's like big hit mega mix on an 8-track, and I'm like, how many 8-tracks would it require to have an MC Mario mega hits or mega mix on?
Oh my God!
And the sound quality of the 8-track, woo!
Yeah,
but I mean, where is the opportunity for an up and coming artist like Sandy today to make money? It's not in the music sales, obviously. Is it in the live performance?
Sandy is a good example, because she produces her own music. She's a DJ. She's a singer. She's
it all goes to her pocket. Yeah.
She's everything. If I signed a DJ, I would need somebody like Sandy Duperval who can do everything, because a DJ is good to play other songs, to play music, to create an atmosphere, but they don't need a manager. They don't need you know, it's a different.
Oh, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, because now there's so many, right?
Yeah, you always need, I think, someone to take care of your contract, because I get so many messages from simple DJs who get screwed by DJ owners. They disappear. They're drunk at 3 in the morning. They don't want to pay. Oh, there's not enough people, so I'm going to pay you in a month or something like that.
I'll give you a bottle.
Exactly. Oh my God. Yeah. Exactly. So I think everybody needs a manager, but I think if you want to survive in the music industry, and especially with this pandemic thing, where DJs cannot perform in the public, you need to create your own music and then promote your own music. And also, I think Sandy is very unique, because she sings too. She's a singer. She's a songwriter. She's everything. She's everything.
Thank
so
you.
there is many things to do with an artist like that. She's a complete artist, and I applaud that.
And you know what? I'm low-key gagging, because Sly is probably my René Angers little guy. Like, I've always watched you do your thing with some of my favorite artists. And listening to you talk about me like that, I'm like low key, like, oh my God. So thank you so much for all of this. And like you said, when I decided to become an independent artist and to self-produce, it wasn't because I didn't have any other option. It's because nobody really knew how to sell a gay artist. And I didn't want to fake it. And I didn't want to, make pretend and play the game. So it cost me pretty much everything to be independent. But if and when it works, then it's all coming to me and my people.
Right.
It's not gonna be cut everywhere,
Bigger risk for you, bigger reward.
Bigger.
Well,
but you know what? If I can say that, it breaks my heart to hear what can I do with a gay artist? Like what kind of comments this is.
Absolutely.
Like when I signed Samantha Fox, it was that time there was a coming out for her. She started to go out with a girl, and she was like, maybe my career is finished, like, because I'm with a girl now. And every guy had a calendar of Samantha Fox in the 80s, and she was a big icon. And she's like, I'm gonna destroy all those fantasies and stuff like that. And I'm like, it doesn't change the person you are. It doesn't change. It's none of their business what it's happening in your private life. So me, I don't care about you're gay, you're black, you're white, you're I don't know if I'm
but in the industry, there's not a lot of people like you. I think the new generation is really, they're putting their foot down and really they're coming out, they're being loud about it. But in my days, back in early 2000s, that was not even a thing. And it's one of the things when you watch the Whitney Houston documentary, it's one of the things that really destroyed her in a lot of ways, her relationship with Robin, which was her best friend. So I didn't want to do that. And it cost me a long time. I won't say it cost me my career because I think I'm right in the thick of it. But I think it saved me as a person to make that choice for myself. Because God knows I would have been drinking my life away. I would have been smoking and just, doing whatever it takes to escape so that I could be free. But instead I chose to be free, whatever it was going to cost me. But I had all the comments. You're a woman, you're a black woman, you're a lesbian. I mean, who do we sell this to? You're not going to go to Haiti and sell her album.
I had so many artists from different background, I worked with Crystal Waters, with Robin S. They're black women, they're strong divas, they have a talent. I have gay artists. Also, I have male, female. There's a place for everybody. I don't know what. And I'm about to sign one of the most controversial artists in Quebec right now. And she told me, nobody wants to know nothing about me. I think I'm just burned everywhere. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So come here.
Yeah, right. This is why I love you.
On that fire.
No, this is why I love Sly. You are one of a kind. There was nobody else like you in the industry.
He is. And on the other end of it, so on the output end of it, and I spent, damn near a quarter century in radio, they want, and I'm sure the music industry is the same, they don't want to rock the boat. They want to play it safe. So anything that sort of doesn't fit within that little box. I mean, I grew up in an era of radio where, like, even the software that I use today has an option for me to not allow female artists back to back.
Wow.
Radio for years, that was a thing. Nobody wants to hear female artists back to back. So, I mean, it wasn't that long ago. So it doesn't surprise me that there would be people in the industry who are like, oh, we can't play someone who's really out there as gay because, we might get a letter. That's what I love about what I do. We don't even have to question it.
And that's why I want to highlight this. You do a fantastic job with Blast the Radio because we can play anything we want.
Yep.
and I listen
Say
to
whatever we want.
yeah, exactly. I listen to the radio even on during the day while I work, while I do my paperwork, office work, and I always enjoy
more fan mail from Sly Chapel than I get from anybody.
Why are they talking on my Zoom?
I know.
That's a funny thing. I'm like, I discovered your VIP room and I thought it was a very good idea, but nobody listened to me. They always talk like the whole show, and I'm like,
No, we're dancing. We were dancing
Friday because here in Ontario, people can be back on patios, so we're shutting down the VIP room, and we're encouraging our listeners to actually go out and support.
No. I would love to see the people on their patio listening to me, having a drink. Yeah. Don't kill that.
I'm in talks. I'm in talks of doing a Friday night live from a patio in the village, listening to Club BTR. So it's being worked on. It's been an hour already, folks. This has been amazing, and time flies. But Sandy, I want to get another word out of you before I play Lillian. You have a podcast called Queer and Trans Excellence. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yes, it's actually for Toronto Pride. They have a lot of initiatives. Both Montreal and Toronto are hosting podcasts where we highlight LGBTQ2S+ artists, and even Runaway. I have a Runaway playlist on Spotify which highlights other gay artists. I think right now my mission is I make it, we make it. I just want to go out there. There's so much good content. There's so many amazing DJs really putting in the work and rich. The gay scene has been known to break artists, no matter who they were.
Yes.
Now it's time for us to break our own. So it's time for us to put in the work. There's a lot of trans drag queens. All of the girls from RuPaul are making amazing music. So it's time for us to push it.
I want to bring it.
Yes.
Yeah. He loves his Todrick Hall on Blast the Radio. And speaking of Blast the Radio, go to the BTR Swag store, BTR/swag. And get yourself some amazing and comfy Blast the Radio merchandise. Miss Imagine That has given us a 24-hour code for all products. So use DITC10 when you check out of the BTR Swag store. There's some amazing mugs. I don't have my mug up here with me today, but there's hats. There's some amazing sweaters and T-shirts and little beanies. Please go to the Swag store. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Sly. And thank you, Thumpers, so much for making this an amazing day for me. And it's an honor to speak to all three of you. You are three. I look up to all three of you to inspire me to be an amazing DJ.
I love you.
Again, André.
Hey,
thank you so much. Thank you for everything.
We're going to finish off the show with From Where I Sit with Lillian. So thank you all for being here with me tonight. And here's Lillian to say goodbye for the night.
Shake, 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 shake off the COVID cobwebs. Introducing DevotionDance.ca. Dance classes for anyone and everyone, aged 3 to adult, beginner to intermediate. Our well-trained dance instructors will teach you the moves. Jazz, lyrical, contemporary, tap, hip-hop, ballet, musical theater, acro, and more. All classes offered in a gorgeous family-friendly dance studio located in Canada. DevotionDance.ca also offers incredible low-mobility online fitness and dance for all ages. Competitive classes start in September. Develop confidence and coordination while creating everlasting memories. To find out more, boogie on over to DevotionDance.ca.
Welcome to From Where I Sit, featuring Lillian Carrière. An enlightening and insightful journey to awaken insight into conscious living, personal growth, spirituality, love, and relationships, and other related topics. We hope you will be inspired and blessed by this journey. Grab a chair, sit with us.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lillian Carrier, and I'm an angelic, intuitive medium, tarot card reader, dream interpreter, and the beat goes on. I'm here with you this week from where I sit, and welcome, to provide you with your weekly soup du jour or focus for the upcoming week. I have used Diana Cooper's cards, and I'm just going to shuffle up and let's see what we have this week in messages to empower you. And so I'm going to ask your guides, my guides, for the soup du jour this week. I'm a bit stubborn. Here we go. Right. Opportunity. Sounds like it's going to be fabulous so far. We are all presented with opportunities and are expected to flow with the currents that come our way. Yes. Go with the flow, they say. I'll leave the rest up to you and your thoughts. Drawing this angel card suggests that something is now being made available to you, and it's up to you to use it to your best advantage. There we go. Opportunities coming up this way. Go with the flow and take advantage of what's coming to us. Being alert, being aware, and being prepared. Of course, yes. You, of course, can make your own opportunities this week, or maybe you are creating some opportunities for yourself, trying to open some new doors. So you can, of course, make your own opportunities. If you knock on enough doors, one will inevitably open. And yes, if one door doesn't open, another will. Or we continue to knock until finally someone opens that dang door and the opportunity is there. I think this week we're going to find that the doors are open to opportunities that weren't open before, and they're open to cracks. So be alert, be aware, and be prepared when that door opens up a little crack. Put your foot in there, step into the door, and move in. All right. So you are also reminded to persevere, for it may be that a door which was previously locked has now been opened a crack. Well, there you go. Affirmation. The intuition kicked in and talked about a door opening up that wasn't available for you before. Perhaps that's a new career. Perhaps that's something new that you have not looked at for a while is going to present itself to you. So grab the opportunity, quicken your mind, and ask your angels to help you. Angels, ask your energy, ask the universe, ask your higher self, ask a friend to, help you this week to get that door of opportunity that opens up for you again and move forward with it. Okay, so quiet your mind if you can. A lot of chatter going on. Quiet your mind and ask for guidance. Okay, so the affirmation for you this week is, I am ready for opportunities. Write this down now. I am ready for any opportunities that are coming to me this week. Absolutely. Opportunities are coming this way. Doors that were previously closed are opening up a crack for you. So do, darling, step in, stay alert to any opportunity that might present itself, and get in there and be determined. Looks like it's going to be a fabulous week, darlings. Well, from where I sit, have a fabulous week. And take care, everyone. Peace.
Now, qu'est-ce que c'est
capital queer tea dance. Yes, Queen! Blast the Radio is serving up the tea, honey. Join me, DJ Zimwawi, every Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. featuring local and diverse international LGBTQ2+ artists, allies, and so much more. Tell your smart speaker to play Blast the Radio. Or you can watch my studio live and chat with us on the BTR Twitch page. Now, where did I put that unicorn outfit?
Sundays just got better. Dust off your platform shoes and grab a beverage. BTR's Capital Queer Tea Dance with DJ D-Wall-Wee.
Thank you all for being here on this beautiful Wednesday. I will see you next week, where I will have AJ Dolman and Terry Papineau, who's going to be here to talk about Happy Goat Coffee Shop. Thank you. Take care of each other, Ottawa Gatineau, and we'll see you next week.